Okay. As I mentioned, my name is Rachel Noble, and I'm with 4-H Youth Development, and we want to say thank you so much for agreeing to be a part of the 95th Annual 4-H Teen Conference. We are so excited about this conference this year. Last year, we took some major steps in revamping the conference to align our offerings with what's happening at the university as well as what's happening in the lives of our teenagers across the Commonwealth. Last year, we brought in almost 600 high schoolers to campus from all across Kentucky, and we hope that we'll have that great of a return this year. And as I've mentioned, this conference is for 4-Hers, and even if it's their very first event with 4-H, they're invited to attend to explore the University of Kentucky and the offerings that we have here, explore more about Kentucky 4-H and getting involved, and then also networking with peers from other parts of the state. Previously, I sent out the agenda for our meeting, and I'm going to go down through that agenda. And for those who know a lot about 4-H, this will be a refresher. And those who are learning about 4-H for the first time or need a refresher as well, this will give you a lot of the answers that you need to help plan for your major, and what kinds of logistics you need to plan for as well. So first, we have 42 different majors to accommodate our high schoolers that are attending Teen Conference. Teen Conference happens over 4 days at the University of Kentucky. The high schoolers will take a major course that is their choice, and they will take a minor. The minor is the same for everyone. It's a common leadership experience. Last year we did teamwork and personality and communication. This year we're working with manners here on campus with Mia Farrell in the Office of Diversity in the College of Agriculture, and we're offering a diversity workshop as our minor. And we also send our youth out across Fayette County to participate in a community service project as well. So our young people will get 6 hours in a field of their choice through their major, and they will get at least 4 hours in citizenship and service learning through the minor that they take. So those are the educational components behind Teen Conference, and where you all fit in, you all are offering majors for our 4-Hers that attend Teen Conference. The objectives of Teen Conference are that we will develop leadership and teamwork skills, improve communication skills, and foster civic engagement, expand knowledge and skills related to 4-H core areas. All of the majors align back to what we offer in Kentucky 4-H as a program. And then they also link to majors, as you all know, that they can participate in once they get to college if that's what they choose. We encourage gaining club, county, and state 4-H program skills. So while at Teen Conference, our 4-Hers will meet other 4-Hers that they will meet again if they continue to participate in 4-H. And then we also have traditional ceremonies and that type of thing while at Teen Conference for our 4-Hers to participate in. Our goal is that we'll create an inclusive and fun environment that promotes belonging. We hope that our 4-Hers expand their social skills through networking with you all as program experts and area experts, as well as 4-H agents and other 4-Hers. We hope that our young people develop a youth-adult partnership, and I'll talk a little bit about how that looks for you all in just a little bit. And then we also hope that they become acquainted with the colleges and departments here at the university that can help aid them in college and career preparedness, whether that if they decide to go to college or tech school or go straight into the job market. And then finally, each delegate that attends 4-H Teen Conference will receive 6 hours of educational instruction in a core area of their choice. And you all play an instrumental role in ensuring that our young people get a quality experience and introduction to a program area or a field of study that they may be interested in. I'm going to stop here and ask if there are any logistic questions about what Teen Conference is or what Kentucky 4-H is, or the goals that we have for Teen Conference. No? Okay. So I'm going to go on to talk about the date and logistics of your major area. Major cohort areas will happen on June 11th and June 12th from 8:30 a.m. to 11:45 a.m. If you need to start earlier, that's fine, but we do need to know that as soon as possible. At the end of our training call, there will be, I will send out a link for you to verify that your department has gone through this training, and there's a spot on there that you can denote if you need your group to come to you earlier. Sometimes if you're leaving campus or if you have set up a tour of somewhere, you may need your young people to meet you earlier, and that's completely fine, but we'll just need to know so we can get them away from the dorms and to where they need to meet you. Lunch is at noon at the Fresh Food Company in the 90. So it's really important that you try to get your delegates out of your major by 11:45, no later than 12, so they can get to lunch. There are several majors who are leaving campus that we've had to tweak some timing for them. So if that's the case for yours, please again let us know ahead of time so we can prepare if we need to make any accommodations for your majors for getting them back for lunch. I have sent out to you all the Excel file, and Tim, your name is not on there, but I have it. It came through after I printed the Excel, but I have your RC pulling tractors major as well. But please make sure that on that Excel file, you have all the information that you want me to print in our registration materials. This will go out to our 4-Hers, our 4-H agents, our parents to introduce them to Teen Conference, and they will end up ranking what they want. So they will read your information that you've inputted. I will copy it and put it into our program offering, our registration, and I will take that directly from that Excel file. So if you can review that, and if there are any changes, put it in that confirmation link, so then I can go back and edit anything that we need. If something changes between the time that you do the confirmation and the time that Teen Conference happens, that's completely fine. Just directly email me and let me know. If you, for example, if you have said that you will take care of your own rooming situation, then and something changes and you need our help getting a room on campus to have your major, then just let us know, and we can take that into account and help you find a place to do your major. Also, just so everyone will know that there is a reimbursement for there's $3 per person. If there's any other reimbursement things that the $3 won't cover, please let me know ahead of time and we can work that out. We try really hard not to nickel and dime our 4-Hers. They pay a registration fee, and then that registration fee will go into will pay for all of their educational offerings, workshops, that kind of thing. So so if you need a reimbursement, there will be a form that you complete, and we will send that reimbursement to your department. And if not, then that's great, and we appreciate your support and your time for 4-H. If you denoted that you will secure your own room, then Ashley Osborne, and I will type her email in the chat box. Ashley Osborne does the facilities for us for Teen Conference, and she will need to know if you have any changes or updates by May 21st, if you have any changes or updates about your rooming. So please make sure that you let her know by May 21st if there's any changes. We ask that you try to secure your room by May 1st, and then as soon as you get that, let us know, but if there are any changes, let us know by May 21st. Additionally, if you are leaving campus one, we need to know that, and I think I know pretty much who's leaving campus. But two, if you need a driver, that is extremely important. So if you need a driver for your major, your group, that will be in the confirmation link. It'll tell you either, the first one is that you need a driver. The second option is you will meet your group on campus and then tell us the room that you'll meet them in. Or three, you will meet them on campus and ride with them to where they're going. So there are three options on that confirmation link that we need to know if you're leaving campus and what your intentions are, if you're going to meet them on site, meet them on campus, or meet them or ride with them. So we'll need to know that as well. Our 4-H agents are the individuals who are assigned to our majors if they leave campus to drive. And if they don't leave campus, we still have adults assigned to the different majors that will walk with them to the different places on campus. I'll stop here and ask if there are any questions so far about the logistics, time frame, when this is happening, driving, transportation, anything like that. No? Okay, very good. The next thing is the on-ground support. Ashley Osborne will be your on-ground support contact, and I'm going to type her cell phone number here in the chat box. She will be the day of logistics. So if there's something that's going on and you need us to know as soon as possible, then she's the person that you can call or text, and she will get you the right information, and she will communicate back to the delegates if that needs to happen. So during the actual conference, Ashley Osborne will be your contact for logistics for your major. Each of the majors will be assigned a team leader. Our team leaders are our state team council members, our science, engineering, and technology board members, or other high-level leaders that have agreed to serve as a liaison for you during your time offering your major. So each of those major areas will have a team leader that is assigned to it. The team leaders' names will be sent to you before the conference, and you will also get their phone numbers and their email. They will be instructed to reach out to you to introduce themselves, and this will probably not be until after their training in May. Their training in May, the last one will be the second week in May, and then they will be able to reach out to you. They will get your office number, whatever information you put on your Excel file, that's what they will get. So they can reach out to you. These members are, they're there for your support. So they'll have I've worked with this group all year long, and this is one of their major events. This is kind of their accumulating event for their leadership experience for the year. They help you all as you need. And then also, if you have things that you need someone to help you with while they're there, for example, you need a guinea pig to show how an operation works or something like that, then they can be the individuals who help you on that. They will be instructed to make sure that they are helpful. They are expected to still be 110% participants, not just there to give you assistance, but participate as well. The team leaders will have a binder that they will bring to you on the first day. And in that binder, there will be a roster, the risk management plan for team conference, an incident report form if something happens and you need to document it. So maybe someone fell and scraped their knee. There'll be an incident report form in there that you can fill out, and it'll come back to me on with 4-H. There'll also be emergency contact information. So if something happens in your major, then the proper channel of communication will be in there, and you'll contact me directly if there is a major issue. And I'm going to type my cell phone number in the chat box as well. But all of that will be in that binder that you will get from your state team council member on the first day of your major. The team leader, if you are leaving campus, all members have to have their personal identification enrollment form if they're going off campus. So if you're going off campus, your team leader will collect those when the entire conference meets in their major areas before we disperse. They will collect those papers if you're leaving campus, and they will have them in that binder. The team leaders will also either walk the group after they assemble. They will either walk the group to the pickup spot if you are leaving campus, or they will walk the group to the place on campus that you will be holding your major. So for example, Markey Cancer Center, our team leader will walk the kids directly to the classroom that you want them in. If you are not providing transportation and will be going off campus, we need to know, as I mentioned, and you can put that in that verification link. The team leaders will also have recruitment information for the College of Agriculture, Food, and Environment. So we ask that you allow them to pass this information out. If you are not a part of the College of Agriculture, Food, and Environment and you have program recruitment materials, by all means, please hand that out. Promote your program. This is a valuable opportunity to allow to get hands-on experience with kids and promote your program. So we encourage that by all means, and we hope that you get to do that. The team leader will also have a first aid kit with them. It's very small, but it is the first aid kit that if they need, if you all need Band-Aids or anything like that, they will have that. And then the team leader will introduce you the first day, and then they will serve as your liaison if you have any questions or anything like that. They're also your contact for any agenda items or programmatic things that, you know, if there's a change, they will make sure that you're in the loop for that as well on ground. Does anyone have any questions about the role of their team leader? This is a really great youth-adult partnership. Our team leaders have selected your majors as an interest area. They have signed up for these already, and they are excited because these are potential areas that they're interested in for a career after high school. So they are interested, and they are excited to meet you as well. Additional adult support. So based on our risk management plan, we have to have 1 adult per 10. So we will make sure that we assign adults to your major. So you do not have to handle any of the disciplinary issues. We'll have an adult, a 4-H adult, assigned to you to take care of those issues. Since these are high schoolers and they're 4-Hers, we hope that they have really great manners. But sometimes we don't act as we should, and so those adults will be there to support you and to fulfill that risk management plan. If your adult, for example, doesn't show up to your major, hopefully that doesn't happen, but if it does, then please contact Ashley, and her email is in the chat box, and we will get an adult to you as soon as possible. But those adults will be assigned to be drivers, will be assigned to take care of behavior issues, and they'll also be assigned to take care of any emergencies if there is an emergency. And the amount of adults will depend on how many kids you have in your group. So if you have 10, then we'll probably assign two 4-H adults to be with you to handle any issues. On ground updates, schedule changes, things like that, we use Guidebook. We don't print an agenda. We do Guidebook, and you can find that there's an app that you can download, and you can find Kentucky 4-H, and all of our Kentucky 4-H events are in that, and the Kentucky 4-H Team Conference will be on Guidebook. So we'll push out notifications, schedule changes, things like that. that will all go out through Guidebook. So we encourage you to please download that if you can, so we can make sure that you all have updated information. But if you don't want to download that, I understand. Our team leaders will have that, and our adults that are assigned to your majors will have that as well. The other thing about Guidebook is there's a place where you can put pictures, and so that's one thing that we really want is pictures from your majors, because it's really hard for us to get around to all of the different majors. And it's also, if you're leaving campus, there's no way we can get to you to take pictures. So I encourage you to take lots of pictures, action shots, things to show what people are doing in your major, and put those on Guidebook. There's a place you can upload those pictures, so we can pull them and use them in our slideshow and marketing materials for the future. The pickup and drop off. So I'm going to say on this again. Just yes.
Can I ask a quick question about pictures?
Sorry. Hi. Okay.
Can I ask a question about pictures?
Yes, absolutely.
Is it okay, so we can't use any pictures unless we have everybody sign a release? So is it okay if we have everybody at the very beginning sign releases?
Okay. That's a great question, Erin. She asked if they can take pictures, they have to have a release. We have a release that all of our families sign off on in the registration materials. Does that work for your all's release as well, or do you have to have a specific one?
We have to have a specific release for the Cancer Center.
Okay. So if you can, Erin, if you can send that to me, I will, the people who are assigned to your major, they will get that release to bring to you that first day.
Okay. All right, thanks.
And that's a great question for everyone. If you have specific things for your major, a release form, if you're going to do an evaluation, you need IRB or need approval of the parents. We do have a general participation and publicity statement that our participants complete. But if there's something very specific for your department or your program, please send that to me directly, and we will get that out to your participants to bring to you the first day. We try to help you all as best we can to keep things moving, so no one's confused. So our major cohorts will gather at 8 a.m. in the courtyard of the dorm that we'll be staying in, and then they will start leaving campus at that time, or start walking soon after they start gathering. Again, if you need extra time, please let me know. And then if you are driving, I know sometimes Larissa Tucker with Derry, she drives a group, or her grad students do. So if you are driving your group, you'll denote that in your the confirmation link, and then you'll get a specific time that you are to meet your group at the pickup site. And we have various pickup sites around the dorm that we stay at, so we don't clog up any of the roads, and the kids will walk directly to that pickup site to meet you if you are driving, or meet the adult who is driving them. And those times will go out in May. So you'll get a whole spreadsheet of who your team leader is, what the major is, who your adults are, what their phone numbers are, and then where you are going to meet your group if you're picking them up, or where they're going if you are meeting on campus. Are there any questions so far about anything that we've covered? Okay. So who is in your cohort? You will get a list of who is in your cohort as soon as we get those assigned. What happens is the teams that sign up to their team conference will rank their top 3 areas. So they're able to technically rank 9 different of the major areas. And then we will assign them to a major of their choice, one of those top 9. And then you will get a roster through email who is in your major, any medical concerns that you need to be aware of, and any allergies that you need to be aware of. Sometimes majors decide to give out candy or do a project with food, and it's important to know those things. So we will send that out to you, and then also you will get that in your binder that your team leader brings to you that first day of the major. So you will get that information prior to team conference. This will include the adults and the teams who are assigned to your major. The next piece I'm going to go over is general 4-H information and the educational model that we follow. And I've given some resources for you to go over if this is your first time working with 4-H. I'm not going to spend too much time on these, but I encourage you, if you do have questions, to reach out to me about what you want to offer, what types of activities, that kind of thing. But the individuals in your major could be as young as 13 years old. So some of them may have just graduated 8th grade. Some of them may have just graduated high school. So you'll have a pretty, about a 5-year age range of individuals who are in your major. So we try really hard to market 4-H Teen Conference to that audience. And so we understand that our young people, they spend maybe 10 seconds looking at some of these majors before they make their decision. So really think about the title of your major that you have submitted. I've gone through the titles and I don't see any that I'm super concerned with. I know that you all have awesome hands-on, exciting things for the kids to participate in. And I want to make sure that they give you the time when they're looking through that major list, that it's catchy and it appeals to that high school audience. So if you think, oh man, this sounds more like a college class, maybe we'll have to rethink that title because the high schoolers, we want to kind of not really deceive them, but catch them, get them interested, and then get in there and realize, wow, this is really cool. So just keep that in mind as you're thinking about the title. I know you've submitted them. I've looked at them, and if there are any titles that I'm concerned about, then I will email you directly about those. Please keep your major hands-on and interactive. We don't want lots and lots of lecturing. We know that's valuable and we appreciate that. But if there's a way that you can do some lecturing and then hands-on, or lots of hands-on and little lecturing, that kind of thing, please make sure it's different for different learning styles. As you all know, you obviously are experts in your field. But try to keep those things hands-on and as interactive as possible. Have them up moving and experiencing. And Kentucky 4-H and 4-H nationally, we follow the experiential learning model, the do, reflect, apply model, where the kids actually get hands-on experience. They get to reflect on what they've experienced, and then they get to apply it to the future. So as you're preparing your educational offerings, keep that in mind. How are they interacting? How is this applying to their life? And how can they use what they've learned in the future, whether it's choosing a college, a career, that type of thing. And I've given some resources in the training materials. There's the University of Florida using an experiential model in 4-H, has some great resources if you need to brush up on those. The Michigan State University Do, Reflect, Apply. That's another one that you can just look at if you need to just refresh yourself on what our educational expectations are as an organization. Okay, are there any questions so far about the offerings, about the programmatic side of the majors? Yep, okay. So safety logistics, I'm going to go over this. The additional adult, as I mentioned, is there to support you. We want you to feel that you have the support that you need so you can continue to come back and have a really great experience with us. We value your input into our conference so much because you have great expertise to share with our young people, and we are so thankful for that. So we want to support you in whatever way we possibly can. And if there is something that we can do better, please let me know. It is valuable. Your feedback is valuable because you're on the ground and you get to see, work with the kids. And I am usually still in the dorm trying to figure out where kids are supposed to be. So I get to do lots of logistics during team conference, and you all get to have all the fun. So if there's something that I can do better, please let me know. I know safety is always a concern. So as I mentioned, you will get a list of your participants and the adult who will support you and your team leader who will support you. There is insurance purchased for this event through UK Excess Medical Insurance, and that insurance form and all that information will be in the binder that's sent to you on the first day of the conference. If there are any emergencies, the adult, 4-H professional, or chaperone that's in your group will know exactly what they need to do in case of an emergency. Obviously, our top thing is keep our kids safe. If we need to call 911, we'll call 911. We're right here on campus, which is great. And then you'll directly reach out to me, and that information is in that. It will be in the risk management plan that you will get on that first day, and I will send that to you as well, so you will be aware of what needs to happen, the chain of communication if something happens. Are there any questions about safety? We do encourage all of our 4-Hers to sign up for the UK Live Safe, and they are made aware of all of the green or the blue lights on campus. So we talk about, many of these kids are from rural Kentucky, and this might be their first time on campus. So we talk about urban environments and how to stay safe in those environments. So we do try to do education before they get here, so we can try to mitigate their risk for sure.
Will we know, the question, will we know where our students are from? Some of our programs that we have here in the area, so we can, advertise for those programs more if we know where the students are from. So will we?
Yep. Absolutely. So what we'll do is you'll get a file, and it'll have the kid's name and their county. Okay. So you'll get the information of where they're from.
Okay.
Okay. Are there any other questions? No? Okay, so I just want to remind you, if you have any updates or changes, please make sure you let me know as soon as possible. Please make sure that you complete the verification link and include any updates that you have. And if anything changes between the time that you do the verification link and the time of conference, please feel free to reach out to me as soon as possible. You will be hearing from me again. I'll follow up with your team leader's name first, and then I'll follow up after that once we get all the kids assigned. In May, you'll find out who's in your actual major. Okay, if there are no questions, I'm going to end the recording now.